Here are some really helpful cooking techniques for the Mayo Clinic diet lifestyle. Having really good flavor is super important. So maybe it's marinating some chicken breast, some pork tenderloin, even maybe some fish. Always think of having something kind of acidic that's got a lot of flavor and a lot of power. So if you think of like lime juice, lemon juice, maybe even some white wine, you can do like a low sodium soy sauce. Anything of that nature is a really good marinade, and then you can build on top of those flavors. And the best thing is, it doesn't have to marinate long. When you're using lean proteins, they don't need to marinate very long because there's not a lot of intervisceral like tissue or muscle or anything. So that's always helpful. Plus it gives your food a ton of flavor. And when we're eating healthy, we want to make sure we have a lot of flavor, right? So that it's something sustainable and we really enjoy what we're doing. A couple of like marinade combinations could be like lime juice, olive oil, cilantro, salt, pepper, and garlic. And that'd be maybe more of like a Tex-Mex flavor. We could go more Greek and we could do like lemon juice, olive oil, salt, pepper, oregano, and garlic. And that's gonna more of your Greek flavor. And then we could even do white wine, olive oil, and we could do fresh herbs, right? And that could go really good with chicken or seafood. The other ones could go with pork tenderloin, chicken, seafood, or even like a lean beef tenderloin. So you could keep any of those three basic marinades. You could change out the acid, but we can really kind of change the flavor profile by the herb. So you're kind of keeping it basic. You're keeping the acid, you're doing the olive oil, salt, pepper, and then, garlic's always a good foundational seasoning, and then you can change it kind of on the culture there. So cooking techniques. How can we really manage to keep our food just as flavorful with healthful cooking techniques? A big thing is pan searing. So the best thing too, from like a healthy perspective, is to have a really good quality nonstick pan. A couple things what you want to do is you want to always preheat your pan, but understand this. When you are cooking low fat, you have to understand you have to lower your heat. Think of fat as like a protector in the pan from the heat for the food. We might just be searing a piece of walleye or a piece of mahi, and we're gonna preheat our pan to like maybe medium high heat. Make sure that pan's nice and hot. Have like a base canola oil or like an olive oil, and then you're just gonna pan sear that. So make sure your seafood or your protein's really nice and seasoned. Sear it on all sides, but really allow that browning action to happen, because that's what's developing flavor. Pan searing is gonna be super important in this regard, especially if you're trying to change things up. If you're pan searing, even doing like some Brussels sprouts, and that would be like into saute, right? And so saute is gonna be a slightly higher heat. However, in healthy cooking, we don't need it to be that high of heat. We just need the pan to be hot. Another great cooking technique would be grilling. Again, season really well, a little bit of olive oil, get it nice and lightly coated, and make sure that the grill is nice and hot, and then place it on the grill, and it should be very quick cooking. If there's any extra fat, it's just gonna go down in the grill. So those are kind of like your three top cooking techniques: searing, sauteing, and grilling. Enjoy.